everyone, it's Brian with GreyWolf Towers again. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. This is a subject that I'm going to be doing on the live stream tonight. So this video is being filmed before the live stream, but just understand that although this will be posted afterwards, I'll include some of those live stream bits into this video most likely as well. Not 100% sure on that, but most likely. The issue is, and I hope I blocked out enough that it's not going to cause me another hack. So this is a very important part of this story. So Tuesday, Wednesday time period of last week, and I'm going to be editing and posting this within a very short period, so it's still going to be about a week after the event. I woke up and found messages saying that my primary email account had changed the recovery phone number, then the recovery email, then the password changed, and all within like a minute of each other. So it was boom, 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 and everything was changed on it. And then immediately after that, there was a message saying that all authorized devices have been removed from the system, meaning that when I tried to log into the system, all I would get was an error message saying, and it wasn't even necessarily an error message, but rather just a message from Google saying that the device was not authorized to log in on an authorized device, meaning basically the one that changed the password and was logged in still was the only device that could be done. And none of that was done on my computers or my phone or any of my tablets. So it was done outside of my home by somebody that I don't know, that I don't have access to their computer, obviously. So I tried several times with no success. When that failed, so after all of that and getting that message, I decided to go on to Google and try and find a solution, find customer service that I could speak to, anything. And the only result that I kept getting over and over again was basically, sucks to be you, create a new email and move on. And be smarter about changing your password better and things like that. No real help of any kind whatsoever, no customer service, nothing. Not even an email address to send for requests. So after a day of freaking out, and I'm going to be honest, my depression took over. I laid down and I cried. And I'm not a crier, because for almost 3 years now, this YouTube channel has been my outlet for me talking to people. I'm not a people person typically. I know it's a surprise. So it hurt a lot to lose the YouTube account, which was attached to my email that I couldn't get into because they hacked my email. Funny thing is, they didn't do anything with the YouTube. They didn't even attempt to, from what I could see, and they had it for about 3 or 4 days. Some people say it takes weeks, some say months, some say never. I can tell you from experience, I did a YouTube search and found a person named Isha, I think is how it's pronounced. I think it was ICHSA, that had a hack on their YouTube before and lost their YouTube, and so I followed what steps they did, and I was fortunate and able to get my YouTube back. In fact, what they did is, because Google owns YouTube now, I contacted them and told them what was going on. They sent me several emails back and forth. I mean, it was at least a dozen messages between me, YouTube, and Google. Between the three groups, there was at least a dozen messages sent. And I just told them, I said, look, my email account with Google was hacked. I can't get into it. I can't find a way around that. I need your help to, I've created this new email, because I went and I created a new one and added 2020 onto it, basically. So instead of being whatever it was whatever it was plus 2020 at gmail.com. And I said, look, my account got hacked. The date that it got hacked, that I created a new email account, and what the new email account address was. And look, I know you probably can't get me my email address back, but I want my YouTube account back. So I've created this new account moved the old account over to it, and I created this sign saying basically that, and I put this on a photo, took a photo like this, and then I put that into the email to YouTube, and that got things rolling. And before you know it, I was in touch with Google with an account that nobody knew of, or very few people knew of, and they were communicating with me on how to recover it. And I kept telling them, look, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. And then finally they created a way to bridge that, and they got me a recovery method that worked. And all I had to do was create a new password to my email. It turns out that it was Ukrainian hackers, go figure. I don't know why my email address became so popular that people wanted to hack it from the Ukraine. Thank you, Ukraine, for being assholes, by the way. Love that you guys did that, and this is why you guys have such perception from people around the world. I'll probably remove that part that I just said, so you'll probably see a little clip ending. But point is, Ukrainian hackers hacked my email address. They probably stole my contacts list. They tried to do my my PayPal account. Fortunately, I never keep much money in PayPal, so all of their attempts failed except for the money that they transferred in, which is apparently some new hack that they're doing, where they transfer money in, and that somehow gains them access to your PayPal, and then they can send money back out. And they hacked my PayPal around the same time by sending like $35 into the system and gained access somehow. But that one I was able to go in, and I was able, within about an hour, I was able to get it changed over and everything. And they didn't get any money out of it other than the $35 they transferred in. So I didn't lose anything there. I just learned an experience. But with the YouTube, it was heartbreaking to me because, like I said, it really means the world to me to be able to communicate to you all, and to not be able to was just devastating. But those were the steps that I took, and I'm going to try and go over those in tonight's live stream as well. But I wanted to put it down in a video so that I could edit this a little bit, post it, and give you a little stronger of a structure to what happened, how it happened, and how to solve it, so that hopefully you can use the steps that I did, and you can get your YouTube back if it ever gets hacked. And so basically, again, you create a new email, you create a new YouTube on that email, you reach out to YouTube directly, and they have an email that you can Google for, and I'll try and find it, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. I just don't remember the email address to put it here, but I'll try and find it in my email and put it down below in the description box. So you create a new email, you create a new YouTube, you reach out to the YouTube, and then once you've reached out to them, they will get back with you. They will contact Google for you when you show them that you cannot, take a screenshot of the message that says you cannot log in, and they'll reach out to Google for you. Google will communicate with you. They will, after several attempts, it will take several. Don't think it's going to be instant. Took me like 3 or 4 days, I'm going to be honest, and after that I literally, my son asked me what happened and everything, because I had tears in my eyes from being able to log back in again. But anyway, that aside, it was several emails between me and YouTube, then several messages between me and Google, and then finally I was able to access my Google account that got hacked, and I was able to log into YouTube with it then. The only reason that I know that it was Ukrainian hackers and not, say, Chinese hackers is because it was all in Russian when I was able to finally get in, and the location had been changed from the United States to the Ukraine. And that's how I know that it was Ukrainian hackers. But once I was able to gain access to that, I immediately went in and changed 2-factor authentication, changed the password, got it all set up so that it was smooth going from there, and everything's been okay. You do have to change the language back if they change the language. You want to make sure that you change all of your passwords, not just your Google one. If it's attached to a PayPal, change your PayPal password. If it's attached to a recovery email, change the recovery email password. Change them all, get them all done, and make sure that you change them. And that way you will be safer, not safe. Never think that you're safe. That's what leads to what happened to me. You will be safer if you keep up to date. Something that I didn't think about was that I had not changed my password in I'm going to say about a year and a half, and so I'd gotten lax. It was partially my fault. I mean, granted, most of it was the fact that Ukrainian hackers are take people's shit. I'm going to almost definitely edit that out. But regardless of the fact that the Ukrainian hackers were jerks and mean to other people that they shouldn't have been, they had no reason to be mean to. Besides that cruelty that they have, it was also partially my own stupidity for not changing my password, and I own up to that. So make sure that you are regularly changing your password. I'm going to do it a minimum of every 3 to 6 months, and that way hopefully I will not be hacked again anytime soon, because it was a devastating blow. So with that done, I hope that you all enjoyed this video and found it informational, because that's what this one was made for. It was not made to be entertaining, although if you do find it entertaining, I'm glad that it was good for you. But definitely I hope that you find it informational and that it helps someone out there get their account back if it ever happens. So thank you for watching, everyone. If you did find it informative or educational or even just entertaining, make sure you hit the like button down below. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, because this is not something that I normally do in a video, make sure you leave the questions down below in the comment section, whether it's for me personally, the channel, or about this subject, and I will answer as best as I can. That aside, make sure you also hit the subscribe button that should be linked right up here, and that will keep you up to date with our new videos as long as you click the bell notification. And it will also keep you up to date on our community chat, which is still going and still strong, and I do periodically post there, so do keep an eye open on it. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye for now.